General Hospital bombshell. Nina's secret affair teeters on the brink of exposure as Port Charles spirals into chaos. In the shadowy corners of Port Charles, secrets rarely remain buried for long. Whispers become shouts, and truths, no matter how deeply concealed, inevitably claw their way into the light. One such explosive truth is now poised to rip through lives like a hurricane: Nina Reeves' clandestine affair with Drew Quartermaine. Though hidden beneath carefully curated smiles and suppressed tension, this betrayal could shatter far more than one romance. It threatens to unravel a delicate web of family, trust, and alliances that have held this community together, barely. The timing couldn't be worse. Drew's engagement to Willow Corinthos is hanging in the balance, delicately framed as a symbol of hope after seasons of heartbreak. Willow, who has clawed her way back from the brink of death and fought tooth and nail for stability, is now unknowingly perched on the edge of emotional annihilation. But fate, as it often does in Port Charles, seems determined to drag the truth into daylight, one slip at a time. And slips are coming. Fast. Cody Bell, an accidental truth-bearer or a calculated betrayer, **** few in Port Charles are as conflicted as Cody Bell. Once dismissed as a carefree rogue, he's grown into a man torn between personal ambitions, new affections, and the crushing burden of knowledge. Cody is in possession of the affair's secret, though how deeply he understands its potential damage remains unclear. His entanglement with Christina's latest schemes and his attraction to the ever-grounded Molly Lansing Davis have placed him in a psychological minefield. Cody's strength lies in his unpredictability. He doesn't often intend harm, but his recklessness has left damage in his wake before. Could a casual quip under stress, or an ill-timed confession to Christina, end up exposing the affair? More dangerously, could Cody weaponize the truth if cornered, perhaps to protect Molly or even himself? He may not be malicious, but he's certainly not immune to self-preservation. One emotional misstep, one beer too many, one overheard conversation, and the walls could come tumbling down. Sasha Gilmore Corbin, grief, guilt, and the risk of ruin ***. While Cody might burst under pressure, Sasha's vulnerability lies in the fragility of her own world. After enduring a tormenting spiral of addiction, manipulation, and the devastating loss of her husband, Sasha has found herself once again in emotional quicksand. The recent kidnapping of Daisy, a girl who's become a beacon of innocence in her life, has rocked her equilibrium. Sasha's connection to Nina is complex. Once a faux daughter, then a friend, their bond is tangled with layers of betrayal, gratitude, and shared trauma. In moments of raw emotion, people say things they can't unsay. Sasha's pain may drive her to confide in the wrong person at the wrong time. And what if that person, say, Michael, presses her about what she knows? Can Sasha carry the burden of another secret, knowing it may hurt Willow, a woman who has shown her nothing but compassion? Her silence could be noble. Or cowardly. Or perhaps not as strong as she believes. And when truth and trauma collide, explosions are inevitable. Tracy Quartermaine, the reluctant savior or ruthless puppet master, ***. Then there's Tracy. Always watching. Always calculating. For decades, Tracy Quartermaine has played both villain and matriarch, strategist and saboteur. Her love for Michael and loyalty to the Quartermaine name fuel every decision. While Tracy often moves in silence, her objectives are rarely small. She's observed the tension between Drew and Nina with quiet suspicion and is not one to ignore leverage when it presents itself. If Nina's affair presents an opportunity to tighten her grip on ELQ, derail Drew's trajectory, or even chip away at Sonny's remaining influence in the city, Tracy will not hesitate. She doesn't act impulsively, she moves when the moment is most impactful. The question is not if she will expose the affair, but when, and to whom. Perhaps in a boardroom? A press release? Or even at Willow's engagement party, with a sly toast that turns the room to ice? Whatever the method, Tracy's aim is precision. Nina should be terrified. Willow, a future built on lies ***. And what of Willow? A woman who has faced death, who has battled cancer, who has risked everything for love and family, only to be on the verge of public humiliation and personal devastation. Her faith in Drew has been unshakable, and her complicated forgiveness of Nina has cost her more than most realize. To learn that the two people she trusted most chose to betray her behind closed doors would be an unforgivable fracture. Willow's heart may be pure, but she is not naive. The revelation will not break her quietly. If Nina believes she can smooth this over with charm or tears, she's mistaken. And if Drew thinks silence can protect anyone, he's about to face a storm he can't control. The ripple effect across Port Charles ***. This isn't just about three people. It never is. Michael will see red. His support for Drew and his attempts to navigate a civil truce with Nina will implode. The Corinthos family, already splintered, may suffer irreparable damage. Sonny, still licking his wounds from betrayal and deception, will be enraged to learn that once again, the people closest to him were living a lie. Ava, always tuned into the undercurrents of power and gossip, may use the revelation to further her own agenda, especially if it turns Christina against her. Carly, Drew's ex, will no doubt relish the mess, until it implicates her own son. And then there's Jason. Quiet. Watching. Investigating. If he's the one who stumbles across proof, perhaps via a crimson email thread, a surveillance tape, or even an emotional breakdown from Sasha, he won't hesitate to act. Jason's loyalty to Michael, Willow, and the family he's tried to protect could position him as the final blow to Nina's crumbling empire. Ticking clocks and fractured trust ***. The fallout from this affair isn't theoretical. It's inevitable. Port Charles doesn't deal in secrets, it drowns in them. And every citizen knows the same truth, no matter how deeply buried a betrayal may be, the city has a way of coughing it back up at the worst possible time. Cody could spill it on accident. Sasha might let it slip in sorrow. Tracy could broadcast it with brutal intention. Or perhaps someone else entirely. Jason, Christina, or even a stranger with a vendetta, will light the match. What is certain is this: when the truth emerges, it will be swift, public, and explosive. And when the smoke clears, the lives of Drew, Nina, Willow, and everyone connected to them, will never be the same. Port Charles is primed for a reckoning. And reckoning always comes.